Someday I might read this.
Yeah, would you guys read it?
Yeah, I would.
It's fun. I've read it. I've read them like cover to cover a couple times just to be like, is this what happened? Like, because like
does it make more sense?
Issues 3 and 4, like just 4 is just falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
Just shit is happening, and you're like, I'm just gonna go with it.
Right.
I might not read this because if it doesn't make sense to me, I would just get frustrated.
It probably won't.
Yeah, I don't think you should read this, man.
No, I agree.
This is
I think it would just enrage you.
Although there are explanation pages.
That's cool.
I think it's because I don't know so much about so many of the characters.
Well, that's the thing.
Where it's just like, if suddenly Superman turned blue, I'd be like, who the fuck is that?
Well,
that's Blue Superman.
You see him change. It's just more of a throwback to people who like read this shit. This is a love letter to continuity fans.
You just gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
And if you happen to get the reference, then good. Otherwise,
yeah. I recommended this book to a guy who was like, I want to like get back into comics, but like I don't remember. Like I read them a long time ago, and I'm like. And he's like, I'm not sure which like books I want to read, like DC or Marvel. I'm like,
was it The Time Traveler?
No, it wasn't. It was just a regular.
Okay.
But like they were like, you should pick this up because like it'll make references to shit you remember, and it'll kind of get your feet wet with shit that happened like 10 years ago or 15 years ago, like,
before everything goes to shit.
Before everything changes. So like you'll be kind of like it's not really up to speed, but like you'll get an idea of like what the tone was before everything changed. Mm-hmm. So you can easily jump on board to like either universe without really being that confused.
Yeah. Did it work for him?
I don't know. Let me know in the comment down below. Did it work for you? I read this when I first kind of got back into when I was getting back into comics again.
Okay.
And I had nightmares about it.
What?
Well, like,
what kind of nightmares?
I want you guys to open this book and just look at random pages from it. Okay. I imagined that I went into the new comic book store that I was buying books from, and every issue that I picked up looked like these. Where it was like 1,000 panels a page.
Right.
And everything in the world was happening on them. And I was just like... and like it wasn't that every issue was Avengers JLA, it was that every comic book was made like this.
Right.
And I was like, and it was like I'm grabbing books off the shelf. I'm like, they're all like this. Every page is just everything in the world. And it's funny because like in this book, everything that happens on the page is super serious, and the whole universe is going to be changed in a second. The funny thing is, that's how comics are now. Every event...
It's not like this.
No, I'm just saying, like, every event is the most important thing that could possibly happen, and everything in the world will be changed forever until the next one.
Right.
And, like, this is the only one that, like, plays with that in such a way that it's grand and epic, but it's also, like, insane.
Yeah.
I would almost love to see a new Avengers vs. JLA book, like New 52, JLA, and, like, New Avengers. You actually kind of do see that. There's a new Avengers book where, like, you know, they're destroying universes and shit, and like the Illuminati are the new Avengers, and they're doing that.
Right.
And like, they do fight the JLA, but it's like a Marvel equivalent of the JLA, and they fucking murder them. And it's just sad. Like it's just so sad to watch like Doctor Strange and Reed Richards and like people just selling their souls, and just like Namor just murders. I think like Batman, or it's just outright, and they're just like, we have to kill you. And the Justice League is like, there's always a better way, and they're like, we tried them, they don't work.
Oh right, that's when they were going through the universes. It's just like, well, we destroyed one universe, can't stop there.
Yeah, gotta destroy them all because there's another incursion in the next 5 minutes. We just sold our souls to the devil 5 minutes ago, and we gotta do it again.
Yep. Wait, I've been studying this, and I haven't. No.
Yeah, trust me. It's so sad. It's probably why they're going to reboot all of Marvel.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
So instead of Marvel now, it'll be Marvel soon.
Yeah. Well, it'll be Secret
Marvel
Wars.
then.
Marvel later.
Yeah.
Reboot all of Marvel?
I don't even know what they're going to do, man. I have no... I can't even guess what they're going to do.
Maybe everyone will have turned out to be mind controlled or something.
Well,
like,
everyone's going to be
a
body
assholes
double.
Because they weren't really them. They were somebody else.
I'm sure.
They were Skrulls.
Look, all of Marvel.
I don't
all
know.
of Marvel now is just a comic book,
You know what they could have...
and it was someone's story about.
that's something.
No.
But then we'll actually get back to
No,
really
Grant Morrison. I would like to read a Grant Morrison crossover, and they could call it Secret Crisis. By Grant Morrison and Olivier Coipel or somebody. Like, a mainstay DC writer and a mainstay Marvel artist. That'd be great.
There you go.
I would read the shit out of that book.
Cool.
The problem is they would make it like 25 issues, and it would have like 1,000 tie-ins. There's like 4 pages or 4 issues,
Right.
And
Well, I mean, these are...
and they're short.
This is a decent book, too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
This isn't a small comic. This is
No.
Like, This is like 2 comics in one.
It is.
It's like 8 issues.
The amount of panels and characters they cram in here, you're just like, holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ, yeah.
And everybody gets a moment. Every character you like gets a moment. Even Spider-Man gets a one-panel moment.
Where's Spider-Man? I haven't.
He's in
didn't
like
mention it.
issue 4. He saves some kids from a burning building while the universes are being destroyed.
Oh,
That's it.
okay, sure.
He's on the back
There he is.
of yeah, there he is.
He wraps them in webs, and
Well, because it's fire.
oh,
He's like, oh, that'll protect them.
that's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I'm sure there's.
Where you going with those kids, Spider-Man?
I'm jumping out of a burning building with
Taking them
them.
back to your web and gonna suck the juices out of them
Why would you jump to that?
because they're entombed, like a fly would be if a spider caught it.
Is that what he does?
Well, he's saving children from a burning building.
Yeah, let me find it.
You gotta encase them in fireproof webs. Parker Industries.
Yeah.
Oh my
They're
god!
like completely entombed in these webs.
That's a little creepy.
Especially the one with the eyes that are just bugging out like...
Well, there's a lot of shit
Well,
happening.
he's jumping through the air.
He's jumping through a building.
He's screaming help, but no one can...
The Daily Bugle was right. Or what's even
J.J.
funnier is
Jameson.
they're like actually they're
was
in
right.
they're
J.J.
in
was
New
right.
York, but we don't know if it's Marvel's New York or DC's New York, so they could just never seen Spider-Man
Yeah.
before.
Oh my god.
This crazy person wrapped in the American flag just webbed me up. Spider-Man is relegated to the back. Like there he is.
Wonder Woman's on the back too, though.
I mean, like it's
get on the back.
It's an amazing. Like I'm not going to open it because I've ruined the book, but like it's a great image of just everyone.
That is cool. I like how like they get characters up into the air with Green Lanterns like creating platforms.
Yeah,
for
he's like,
them,
whoops.
so that they can
we
fit
can
them on
fill
the
a
page.
page
Yeah,
with
we're gonna use the
them.
vertical space.
Hey,
we
there's
don't have
logo.
enough flying characters.
It's cool. It's a fun book.
Plus, you're getting a lot of different versions of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap, I
bad.
saw like 3 Thors.
There's like 3 Iron Mans on here.
Yep.
Iron Man.
There's Thunderstrike.
I don't know who that is.
Doesn't matter. These are the moments that I like, where it's little quiet moments. Like at this point, Bucky.
They shut up for a second.
Yeah, well, everybody shuts the fuck up for a minute because like Bucky's still dead. He's not the Winter Soldier yet. They haven't retconned that in. So like, he's got Jason Todd's memorial in the Batcave, and Cap's like, "Wow, that looks a lot like Bucky." Like he goes, "You lost like a boy partner," and Batman's like, "Let's focus on what we're working on here. Don't distract me.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about me." So
and then Cap's like, I feel you, bro.
yeah,
And then they hug it out. Then they drink some natty ice.
when doves cry.
when bats cry. So basically,
I figured it was Kiss from a Rose.
so Batman and Cap figure out like who the Grandmaster is. Like Cap explains him, and like so Batman's like, okay, so clearly there's something else going on. They don't really figure out the whole plan at all. They just figure out like there's greater shit going on at work here. Where are you going?
Going.
One, I'm really warm. I want to take my sweater off. Second thing is, I am cracking the fuck up in my mind thinking about Batman and Captain America getting drunk, singing "Kiss from a Rose" while it's playing on the radio, like, and I can take it to a Kiss Rose. I miss it so much.
And Batman's really upset because Kiss from a Rose is from Batman Forever, and that movie sucks. Actually, it's not even that he's going to make Kronig away, but he's like, I can end all this bullshit. I can end the book with the Cosmic Cube. Like
Batman.
Yeah, Batman's
Batman.
like, I know how to use the Cosmic Cube now because Captain America told me about it, so I've got it.
Okay.
And I'm a human. It's fine. It won't
The
affect me.
Cosmic Cube, no.
What does it do?
The Cosmic Cube, it really depends on like who's writing it and like when. But the Cosmic Cube like is an all-powerful engine that like can grant wishes or change reality or like just make anything happen to the possessor. It's not like a thing that if you grab it, it makes you like die, like in Captain America: The First Avenger. Nor is it like a thing you need to keep in a special suitcase, like in Avengers, the movie.
Right.
Like it's just a box that like makes anything happen if you know how to use it properly.
Nor is it the purple Infinity Gem.
No,
stone thing.
there's also no Infinity Gem inside of it. It's just a cosmic cube. It's just a power thing.
It's just a cosmic cube, you know.
I really like the idea of Captain Boomerang. Again, trying to hit the Flash and he misses, and then the boomerang just hits the thing and it destroys it. So one of the villains just
accidentally.
ends it.
That would've been great.
Oh,
Oops.
sorry.
Oh shit.
Well, I guess we'll
And
go.
Krona's like, no! I'm my own downfall!
Yeah.
Yep.
It would have been... Anything else would have been great. I would have loved to have seen Superman just grab Krona by the foot and just wing him into the thing.
No, because he couldn't. His Chrono would be way too strong.
Yeah, it's true.
Too heavy.
Well, it could have been Superman and Thor.
They'd have to weaken him first. Like, they should have all combined their powers against him and, like, weakened him a little bit.
They already did that in, like, a couple issues earlier where they combined their powers to do shit. It doesn't work.
Wanda should have used her chaos magic to make the two different universes that we're making out have problems and get upset with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he has an argument, and she's like, why didn't you tell me about this before? He's like, look, I didn't want to start a problem before, but then you kept doing it.
Yeah.
And it's really bugging me. And she's like, we could have had that. Why wouldn't you ever just talk to me? And then the universe is like, fine, fuck this.
Yeah, and then they just break up.
And they break up.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But with respect to Wanda and her tapping into the DC magic shit, like, it winds up, like, almost destroying her. Like, she just gets more and more emaciated and, like, she's just like, oh, I can't control it because the power's just taking her over. And she's just like, ah. Then she goes back to Marvel and she's like, whoo! Anyway, let's kill the Avengers.
I really like this, like, as the universes are separating, like, they show Eternity and this chick universe, like...
Yeah, they're, like, reaching for each other.
Oh, as they're, like...
Well, they found beings that were like each other.
Yeah, but we have to go.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, they were saying, like, that, like, fundamentally, you could never have Marvel and DC be together because they're so different. And I'm like, horse shit.
Yeah.
They're
like two lovers who just are too different.
You know, it's just like it's just one of those toxic relationships where it's like the sex is great, but like you can't bring her home to mom.
Right.
The sex is great, but that's a lot of pills.
You know what? And Marvel is taking them. Because Marvel is batshit insane.
Yeah, well, and Marvel is the chick.
And DC has an identity crisis, so...
Yeah.
Well, DC needs to get, like, everything figured out in, like, 5 years.
Really, DC just needs more time to figure himself out, find himself. I just need another... there's always a crisis with DC, you know? He's always just...
Right.
He's never centered.
And, like, Marvel has all this shit that's going on that you never hear about. It's like a giant secret.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she's always got secrets. Marvel.
Yeah.
Avengers JLA or JLA Avengers, depending on your which side of the fence you lean towards.
Which side are you?
Avengers.
Ben?
I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing about this the first time. I would probably say JLA.
I gotta go with Avengers, because Hawkeye...
The funny thing is, back then, this is the Avengers that couldn't sell books. And so Bendis had to kill them and, like, replace them with more interesting Avengers, like Spider-Man and Luke Cage and shit. So, like, I would have probably preferred the Justice League back then. So I'm like, yay, Batman!
Right. Characters I give a shit about.
Yeah.
Well, I also love the fact that they go to their world and they're just like, look at this. This is fucking insane. You guys can't do this. And then all of the Avengers go to the DC universe. They're just like,
this is great!
Oh, this is really cool.
Oh, this is really nice.
Everything's just kind of nice. And
yeah, everyone's just kind of... Yeah, except
sometimes fucking Darkseid shows up in, like, local cities.
Or, like, a guy you liked named Maxwell Lord that worked with you will shoot Blue Beetle in the fucking head. Like, it's just... There's... Like, it got... Like, it's funny, it's almost, like, right before everything gets real dark for DC.
Right.
Like, this is the last bright moment. In fact, it's right before everything falls apart for both teams.
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, yeah.
Identity Crisis fucks up the Justice League irreparably. Like, it's when... Like, Batman has been spying on the Justice League the whole time, and his artificial intelligence spying program, like, goes rogue and shit. And, like, the Avengers are disassembled by their own teammate who kills 4 of them. Like, this is like the last bright moment for both teams. Fools! Poor deluded fools. You thought me distracted and inattentive to your attacks? You were wrong. I know all that has happened, all that came here, all that fought, all that fell. A mere fraction of my mind observed everything. And this is the last of you, helpless against my might. You gave your all to get this far, but you're finished. Finished forever.
Wow.
Whatever, Krona.